All right, welcome to Deepnight Revelation. We've been having some tech issues with Roll20. Their integrated voice and video is not being integrated tonight, and so we have switched over to using our Discord server. It was a quick setup of Discord, and so there are no uh, video pictures of us tonight, just the game map. Where we left off, these guys were in their ship, the Desinex. They are kind of scouting around, and they have intercepted a large citadel that is en route for the colony that they recently just rescued. It was the Lucky Find colony that everybody seems to be fighting over, and evidently everybody really wants that hunk of rock. Not sure why. I mean, it's an okay planet. It's just you know average. These guys. So the Citadel, it wouldn't reach Lucky Find for at least a generation, but um, these guys have gone to intercept it because they're hoping that it'll have some data, possibly of any of the droid sites that it may have sterilized. It may have information on the fungus and the Deepnight entity, and they suspect that that's what the infection was that caused the Erline to build the citadels in the first place. And so, in response or in gratitude for their assistance, the Erline have agreed that they will help the travelers cross the Great Rift with no additional payment needed. They will help them cross if they can help them do this. And the Erline are also hoping that in the process of all of this, they will also get a some data on their own homeworld. And so uh, there's a whole lot of stuff that might be in the central computer cores of the Citadel. But when they showed up, they did some scanning, and they actually these guys actually did something that I didn't expect, and clearly the authors of Deepnight Revelation didn't expect. These guys just sent them a message, sent the Citadel a message, and wanted to acted like they were of the authority to request its statuses and whatnot, and they bluffed their way through a bunch and found out that it has 10,000 of these mobile units that are built and ready to go. It did send 40 of them after them, and they used electronic countermeasures to kind of bone these guys, and they will be these 40 mobile units will be floating out in space, dumbfounded for the next 7 rounds. And that was kind of where we left off. These guys are a little bit confabulated at the idea of the fact that there's 10,000 of, well, now there's 9,960 of these mobile units on the Citadel, which could be, a problem. They also brought one of the Erline techs, who, the Erline seem to just change their names randomly as they go, and this one's name is now Good with Bots, is the best translation into Anglic. And so that's where we will be picking up. Before we get started, we'd like to thank a friend of the Greenwater Guildhall. None of these are sponsorships or partnerships of any kind. They're just products that we really like. And tonight we would like to thank. My brain just went blank. We'd like to thank Fable Beard Company. Fable Beard Company makes wonderful beard products, oils, balms, butters, beard wash, and conditioner. They also have a women's line, hair products and shave products, things of that nature, under the FableBeauty.com brand. And all of their beard scents, or all of their, not just their beard scents, but all of their scents are different fantasy character. Tonight I'm wearing the Hero Beard Balm, and it smells of a light pipe tobacco and cologne. But they have a bunch of different scents, and I recommend going through their list. if you are a first-time purchaser, they do have a buy one, get one free option. If you go to fablebeardco.com, create an account, you can go to their store and put 2 beard oils into your cart. And when you check out, you can use the code FIRST in all capital letters. That will get you your second beard oil for free. We're just going to jump right into it since we're getting a late start. So, did you guys come up with any ideas over the past week of how to go about this?
No.
No, absolutely not.
I wish I could. I have no idea how we're going to take on 40 bots.
Oddly enough.
Those 40 are kind of stunned. I mean, I figure we could maybe do a bootleg turn or something and get them in the just exhaust of the engine.
Torch them as we run like hell.
Well,
yeah.
So, Good with Bots has an idea, and actually, I'm going to need to throw this up here. Just because. And sorry, I was going to make some more detailed maps, but being on my tablet for the last week out of the apartment in a hotel room has made things a little bit more complicated than I would usually like. So Good with Bots has an idea in that he thinks, and this will be, of course, a task chain. He thinks that if you can get a good communications link with one of the mobile units, and somebody else can hack it using computers, he thinks that he can overwrite the IFF transponder in the Desinex to basically transmit. Essentially, he's going to transmit a code that makes the Desinex look like one of the mobile units.
So my base in any of those skills is as high as your raw stat. So
the first one would be comms. Who has electronics comms?
That would be me, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably the best at all these, frankly.
My comms, level 2, education 3, so I have +5, I think.
So yeah, it would be electronics comms plus intellect modifier.
Or education, right?
Or education, your choice.
How does that do?
Holy shit. All right, so yeah, while these mobile units are floating around out there, Mel is able to get a really super solid connection, and you have a bidirectional communications link. Next, who has electronics computers?
Not it.
I do, but my base skill is just as good as yours. I've got 2 ranks in it, which makes me as good as you are at rolling that. But yeah, I'll be happy to.
Okay.
Roll it.
Yep. Computers plus either intellect or education. Nice. Okay.
There we go.
So
I wasn't carrying forward whatever he might have handed off to me.
So Mel makes the connection. Let's see. Where's my screen? There we go. Mel's comm connection takes 3 seconds. Sarda's connection takes 5 minutes, or Sarda's hacking takes 5 minutes to hack a back door into this thing. So that's 1 round. So we're now down to 6 rounds before these things wake up. But that allows our resident Erline. Look at that. I was gonna, I had it in my head that I was gonna roll and I was gonna be the one that would get like a 3 or or a 4. No, he did very well. So good with bots. Starts writing code into your IFF transponder, and it's going to take him about 2 minutes. He is not doing a clean. It's what when I was in college, it's what we used to call spaghetti code. Back when object-oriented programming was the big thing, and so like I said, it's quick and dirty, but it'll get the job done. And uh, he finishes and he looks up and he says, "Go ahead and break the connection, and you guys can cut your comms connection." And he says, "I think that should do it. They shouldn't technically even see you anymore."
Can we use the link that we had to piggyback into the main server on the Citadel ship?
You could do that. What? So yeah, you could do that. It would require another computers plus intellect or education check.
Okay.
What exactly are you looking for on the Citadel?
If you get them to block the hatch that they come out, that would probably be handy.
So they all come out of these bays here. These are all craft bays that launch their mobile units. Technically speaking, those craft bays, when the Citadel was first built, and this is an asteroid, and so these craft bays could accommodate craft up to the small crafts, like small craft, like shuttles and whatnot, not starships necessarily, less than 100 tons, could dock in here for their construction purposes and offloading supplies. Now the Citadel just uses them for launching its mobile units. I don't
Okay.
think that it has door. Let me check. Craft bays. 3 large craft bays also contain reception and processing equipment, artificial cavern. No shit, they're an obvious entry point. No. It doesn't. I don't know that the action. I don't know that they actually have doors. There would be a door internal.
So I guess a force field.
I'm not even sure that it has a force field.
All right, so they're probably in racks. Can we just lock the racks?
Yeah.
Right, they're probably not freestanding.
Well, I mean the mobile units. I mean they're very crab-like. I mean the mobile units themselves are very much like the Erline themselves, and they would be able to grab onto the walls and whatnot. So I mean, I'm not even. I'm not. I would imagine. Let's see. So it would have grav plates. It looks like, but beyond that, I don't know that it would really have atmosphere. And really, for that matter, I mean, I honestly question that there would be atmosphere anywhere inside here. Anywhere, to be real honest. I mean, the Citadel was the Citadels were never designed to have a crew.
Right, so there's no need for atmosphere.
Right. Now, the one thing, if if you guys have looked through the Starship Operators Manual, it does make a very good point. Is that essentially starships don't really run out of water or oxygen, and the reason is that water and oxygen or water and atmosphere are good alternate storage points for fuel, and vice versa. So like you can take, you know, water and break it down and make more fuel. So a lot of times, and then oxygen and hydrogen can be recombined to make water. And so there's never really I mean you'll need to reprocess your O2, but you're never really going to run out of water because you can make it as you go. Or vice versa, you can make fuel as you go. Probably not enough for a single jump, but
So, still learning this game though. So ships like this don't need reaction mass.
well, this one not necessarily because so the way they describe it's using a maneuver drive, and so maneuver drives essentially are very much like what they would have for grav plates, except on a much bigger scale, and it's a number of these metallic plates that are generating a magnetic field between them that then interacts with the gravity of whatever mass is in system. So essentially, when you're flying your ship around a planetary system, your drive is basically pushing off of whatever the largest planetary body is nearby, or asteroid body, or whatever. That's why maneuver drives, when you get out of a solar system, they start to fail, and you can't use them unless you have the new and improved deep space maneuver drive, which kind of accommodates for that. But which is essentially what this is using. It's using like a deep space maneuver drive. It's basically a gravity drive. But I don't like to call it a gravity drive, because if it was really a gravity drive, you wouldn't have to flip a 180 to decelerate when you're coming into land. Because essentially you would just move the artificial singularity that is pulling you towards it. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
I mean, reversing would be really easy if you just move that gravity point behind you to slow you down. You don't have to flip a bitch to come into land. But, yeah. It's all high-tech gobbledygook. So, yeah, I wouldn't say that these have a door or any atmosphere anywhere in here, but there would be a door connecting to this shaft into the central point, if that's the direction you guys are wanting to go.
I was really hoping Wes would show up with psionic abilities that I wasn't expecting to save us.
Yeah, I don't know where Wes is. I don't know. He might still be without internet, but
All right. So if we neutralize the bots, then they're going to ignore us.
correct.
So we've got time to do a more extensive hack, right?
Yeah.
Do we shut down the power plant? Theoretically, I've got a bridge. I don't know how good this bridge is. It might just be some old telephone in a hallway. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, yes, you're going to the one payphone that they left active.
Yeah, I think
nostalgia's purposes.
I mean, I think shutting off the control over the clones would be a big deal if we could shut that off.
Over the mobile units, yeah.
Yeah, that would be huge, and then that'd make me feel far more secure, and then we can look at other things that we can shut down after that. But we definitely need to get on board.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Because if those things decide that they don't like us at some point, that's gonna be all bad.
Okay, so whoever wants to make that hack can make a electronics, computers plus intellect or education check.
So I have a +3 in that.
The only electronics I have is sensors. So
So that'll make your computers at 0.
yeah.
Right.
So I was like, I'm leaving all the electronics to you guys.
No,
I'm just there to get us in and out.
I mean, it's Jack that has the.
High education.
Yeah, your education's +3. I mean, I've got 2 ranks in computers, so that my roll is finally as high as your raw bonus is.
All right.
So I don't know if do you have any ranks in computer itself?
Sure as hell doesn't look like it.
All right. Well,
Hold on.
What-
I'm just running through all the.
what difficulty are we looking for? I'm sorry.
So this would be you're piggybacking in. I would say so. Normally, hacking in here would be 14 plus. You're piggybacking in. I'm going to say that considerably lowers your difficulty. I would say to difficult 10 plus.
So an expert 2 would work to give you another +1 bonus.
That's true.
So we essentially have the same ability, the same roll. We both would be rolling the same thing.
Okay.
So if you feel lucky, feel free to roll and give yourself a +1.
All right.
Because we'll let you use an expert system to assist you. Oof.
Oof.
Didn't
Okay.
quite make it.
That happens.
So you get a response back. It is not because you're piggybacking on the signal from one of the other mobile units. The response is actually directed to that mobile unit, and essentially it is a query from the central computer requesting information on what is the drone trying to search for. Why are you searching for information on the mobile units?
Check disk.
Format C:\\/ TAC F.
That's the best I can come up with.
Yeah, I mean, go in this case, I would go ahead and say make a deception plus your choice, either intellect or education.
Oof. Okay. You said intellect or education?
Yes.
Well, then I'm choosing education.
Because you're edumacated. Okay. Well, that was far better than expected. So,
Well, let me make sure I did this right. Right. So it's not trained.
so that would be
So-
-3.
What are you rolling?
Deception.
Oh yeah.
And what's your
But- So
intellect?
it's showing the X. So I think that it should have already adjusted for it, right?
Yeah, your -3 penalty is being canceled by your +3 bonus for education.
Okay.
So you're getting what you raw rolled, which is a 10.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Yeah, that works. So essentially, you send a command for a check disk, or whatever.
Which could take forever.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the Citadel's probably running on Unix, but but anyways, so yeah, and you start to receive a data dump, and you're seeing immediately. Well, hold on here. Good with Bots looks over your shoulder and points out that there are a number of fail states that are being listed in this check disk.
Good with bots is like, yo, they not doing so good.
And these fail states are corresponding directly to the information that the Citadel believes it was requested. So it's basically doing a check disk on mobile unit chambers, and there's a number of states that are coming back as failures.
Can someone translate to the murders and acquisitions lawyer in the group?
Agreed.
It just means that the ship's way more messed up than we even thought.
Right.
Oh.
You're starting to question whether or not there are actually 10,000 active units.
Oh.
You're seeing confirmation that there's that many built, but you're not seeing, what you're seeing for failure states is that there's no way that it could field that many at one time. It doesn't, on the one hand, it's way underpowered currently, and so it doesn't have the bandwidth to basically handle all of those.
Is it like giving stats for what it thinks are existing in like the entirety of all of the ones, including like the little substations it built?
That's what yes, that's what its initial response was when they asked it how many of these things there were. But now that you have done this, you're getting code back that's saying, well, yes and no. They're built, but they're not active. You imagine them kind of like in Star Wars Episode 1 when you see all of the vulture droids hanging from the underside of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
They're all there, but they can't turn on. Because the Citadel just it can't. There is no bandwidth for it to control that many at a time.
Well, that's reassuring.
Is its max bandwidth the 40 that it sent at us?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, more or less. Like,
Let's just hope that doesn't mean we're gonna have to face, several hundred waves of 40.
well, the one thing to keep in mind is the mobile units that are active do have some autonomy, but they are really stupid. I mean, you've witnessed they do dumb things. Like they're very this is the mission goal, and so I have to achieve the mission goal, even if that means pretty much my own destruction. They will do suicidal shit in order to succeed in the mission without any thought as to the outcome of that. They don't think past checkpoint A. they don't ever think about checkpoint B. Just get to A, and we'll pick it up from there. So what would you guys like to do?
Okay, so
Well,
you've got a
You want to fly right?
notification that it's stuck.
You want to fly right in there?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. So you've got 3 of these things, 3 5s. Which one do you want to fly into?
Which one did they come out of? Did they come out of all of them, or
They came out of 5. Of 5. They came out of this one.
let's go to another one then? That one seems to be in working condition.
Yeah. That's true.
Or that one was emptied out.
That's true too, but I just figured that one can at least things can come out of it. So let's go to one that we don't know that things can come out of.
This is a lot like when you go to the casino and you're trying to pick a slot machine. Oh, that old woman just got up. She's been sitting there for like 6 hours. Let's play that one. It's bound to pay
We're
out sooner or
due.
later. Yeah, it's due.
Straight up gambler's fallacy.
Well, in this case, we know that they definitely can come out of this one. We do not know that they can come out of the other 2.
That is true. Okay, so Pappy, you're flying. Which one do you want to fly into out of these other 2?
Out of which 2?
The middle one or the top one?
Keep in mind that the top one is closer to the weapon clusters.
That's true.
Mhm.
Yeah, but the weapon clusters mostly point forward. So they're pointing up, this direction. They don't have a whole lot of
The top
traversal.
one.
I
I'm
mean,
going towards the top one.
there are these, that can kind of aim and shoot, but beyond that. The top one, has an airlock. That's what this little white dot is. It has an
Oh,
airlock
that's a good
to the
thing, right?
outside, which is
Yeah, that's
It's a good thing.
can
yeah,
let
that's
you-
true.
Yeah, let's do that. We want one of those.
Okay. All right, so Pappy, go ahead and make a piloting starship plus dex check.
Piloting Starship plus Dex. Booyakasha!
Hey, you know what? That's perfect, though.
Well, thank you for the 3 points I have in it. Because that
Yes.
one that I rolled did not help.
Yeah, well, that got you where you need to go. So Pappy pulls in, and everybody can make a recon plus intellect check. Give me a box. That's pretty damn good. Both of you got that. Pappy's too busy flying; he doesn't see shit.
Right, like y'all need to be looking. I'm flying. I'm trying not to crash.
I'm trying
But
not.
I'm looking at everything around us.
I'm trying to watch out for pedestrians crossing the street. There we go. So Pappy is pulling in and setting down very gently. The inside of these craft bays, they're not much more than carved out caves. And in the ceiling there is, or ceiling and walls, there is some scaffolding, mostly to tie parts down. You see that there are a lot of oddly placed handholds, and they're oddly placed because of how these mobile units are designed. I mean, they can grab on multiple places, and they can jump, and they can reach things that normal people could not. The Erline could probably benefit from them, but even these they have a longer mechanical reach than even the Erline do. Built that way on purpose. The other thing that you see is that these craft bays have a number of, towards the back, these areas here where it starts to cone out. There are a number of storage bins for processing ore, and so these mobile units will go out of these craft bays and will collect raw materials, essentially, from other asteroids or what have you, and bring it in and dump it into these bins. And these bins are then either processed directly for fuel, in the case of like ice chunks, or they are sent to process and create, more mobile units, or a new battery, or whatever the Citadel really needs. In some cases, they can actually start to construct parts that the mobile units can then take out of the craft bay to construct a new Citadel, if they find a suitable asteroid for doing so. But that's where these bins, this is the starting point of where they bring in their collections. But in here, Mel and Sarda, you see that there are 2 mobile units that are active in here, and they don't. So Mel, you really notice that. Not that computers have facial expressions, but these 2 mobile units seem, there is some confusion, because obviously their visual sensors are telling them that you're obviously not a mobile unit, but they're being told that you're a mobile unit. And so there is a conflict with them. What would you guys like to do?
We're like the later editions of the Terminator, higher quality.
Right? Yes.
Or the new Cylons. That's
The
what
new
you're looking at.
Cylons, yes. The new
Anybody,
Cylons that believe in God.
anybody capable of firing a turret? I don't.
Oh, Sarda wants to get medieval on their ass. Or would that be
Well-
high tech?
Right. Well, we're in our ship, right? I mean,
Yeah.
is that correct? I mean, so I'm trying to
Yeah, I mean,
figure out. I don't have gunnery myself. I do have gunner. What the heck?
just out of curiosity, I don't even.
I have gunner turret. I can do it.
So yeah,
Yeah. I've got a 0 in it with a 1 from my deck. So
I mean, how Billy badass do you want to be? Because you got a triple turret here with 2 pulse lasers and a missile rack. I mean, if you really want to send a message, you can
I
hop in that
I,
bad
I
boy.
think missile might be overdoing it.
See,
So
that
what
I
are we
would've-
trying to say?
If it
what are
were
we
me,
trying to
I'd
do here?
immediately have gone for the missile.
We are wanting to shoot the things that have recognized we're not them.
Yeah, we have 2 triple turrets. That seems perfect. There's 2 of these things.
Yeah.
Together.
So we would
So
need
we-
2 of one of each one of. Yeah, we'd need 2 of you, 1 in each turret.
Yeah.
So
Who's our?
Oh, you don't want me shooting these things.
Wes is so good at this. This sucks. He's really good at turret.
that's true. That's true.
Well, I mean, I'll roll. I'm trained in it at least, but I only have a 1. I don't know what you're rolling.
My total bonus would be 2.
Okay.
Because I have an intellect 1 and then I have 1 in turret as well.
I think it's based on dex, gun combat or gunnery, right? Or maybe I'm wrong.
It would be gunner turret.
Right, but is it dex or
It would
int?
be, yeah, it would
Is
be dex. But you also get a. Hold on, let me look again.
Well, my dex is still a 1, so.
Okay, yeah, that's the only bonus I'm getting is from my dex. I've got a 0 to skill
You also get a +2 to that
from the
fire control.
targeting.
Yeah.
All right, well let's do it.
So if you
A
if
plus
you're
2
both
for what?
that +2 would be split, so it would be a +1 per turret.
They're triple turrets. How does that work?
It's a +1 to your attack. The
Okay,
triple
do we
turret
make
means that it's got 3 guns in it.
I was just wondering if we make 3 shots or how that works.
No. So you can the fire control. If you have an expert program, the fire control could technically fire on its own without a person actively operating the computers. And if it fires 1 turret, it would have +2 to its roll. So 2d +2. If it splits and fires both turrets, it would be 2d +1 per turret. In
Gotcha.
this case, because there's a human being firing from those turrets, each person would get a +1 because the fire control can only do so much at a time.
Well, I got an 8
That hits.
with the +1.
That hits. So, in this case, this is... and Pappy hits. Okay.
This auto roller loves to give me 1s, man.
Yeah, it does that. Oh, your 3D dice isn't... Oh, is your 3D dice turned on?
No, I'm using the stat sheet roller.
And it's weird, and it's not auto... Huh, weird. Okay.
It's not showing the dice, it's just
Yeah,
showing what the dice would have rolled.
interesting, because I noticed that you get more consistent rolls with the 3D dice.
Really?
Maybe I should just use
I always
the
have
dice.
I always have mine turned off.
Yeah, I've found that you get more consistent rolls, or
They just-
rather more inconsistent rolls. The problem with the auto dice or with the just straight digital dice roller is that it's like a blackjack machine that gets broken, where it'll hand out the same hand of blackjack like 3 times in a row, and you're like, that's impossible. Right, and so it'll get into a rut where it keeps giving you the same roll over and over and over again. It's very strange. But when
I'm
you
gonna
turn
make a test roll just to see what happens here. Oh, they were off.
Yeah, see,
Okay.
now you're not getting the ones. But anyways, I mean that could be a coincidence, but that's what I found over time.
Well, I noticed that
Testing
last
it.
game too. I was like, wow, man, this thing loves to roll ones.
Yeah, yeah. Looking for my weapons. There we go, pulse laser. So, roll 2d times 10.
2D time. The hell does that mean?
So just roll 2d and then multiply that by 10.
Oh, okay. $50.
Okay. So you see a fairly impressive explosion and a shower of sparks, and the mobile unit that Pappy hit is pretty well mangled, but still moving around. Sarda, roll 2d time and multiply by 10.
Hopefully, it doesn't decide that we're malfunctioning.
2d6 times 10.
Correct.
Sure, glad I switched those 3D dice.
Oh shit! Yeah. See, it went the other direction for you.
Yeah, so 20 damage, I guess.
Okay. On here.
I mean, hey, if you weren't getting ones, you should have stayed where you were. I was trying to avoid the ones.
Throw some of these guys up here. Oops. This guy has 80. And so now they are fairly positive that you are bad. And
But do they relay that message?
everybody can roll initiative. So it's 2d plus either your intellect or your dexterity.
And you need to have your token targeted when you do it.
Yeah,
I think I did.
if you do that, it should automatically populate the turn order.
Oh. Where'd the dice roller go? Oh, I keep clicking the wrong. Man, my brain is not here today. I am sorry.
I'm with you, man. It's been a rough week.
The ones have returned. Did it do it? It did not.
It did not. And good with bots. All right, so Sarda, you see that these two mangled bots. I don't. So yeah, you're firing on ground targets. So now wait a minute. Is it times 10 or times 100 for ships?
I have no idea.
Uh,
I don't deal with mega damage too often.
I know this is the first time you guys have actually done that. Hold on.
I know there's a really big penalty to hit. It seems like,
Right.
but I didn't know how. But I know how big these things were. So
Yeah. Weapon. Damage scale. Future spacecraft weapon.
yeah, times 10. -2 to hit.
Yeah, it's 1d times 10. Okay. So
Minus
basically,
10.
these are hitting like as if you were using like a PGMP or something like that.
It's -2 to hit. So honestly, both of us would have missed.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Surprise attacks.
Surprise attacks. So yeah, you see that these two robots are, or these two mobile units are mangled. What would you like to do, Sarda? You are quicker than they are.
I think I will fire again on my target.
Okay.
Gunner. +1, you said. That will hit.
Yes, will.
And then 2d6 times 10, is that correct?
Correct.
Jesus, 40. Not.
Well, that.
I'm planking it down.
Yeah, there's another big explosion.
Taking off legs. I'm shooting for legs.
Hold on, I'm just looking at something real quick here. So it. So something to keep in mind: if you were to fire a missile, the effect of the which would be immediate, the effect of the missile hitting, in this case, it would get a 2d +1 because it's a smart missile. The effect over 8 isn't added to the damage; it's multiplied.
Oh, wow.
So a 9 is only going to do, the times 1 damage, but a 10 is times 2, an 11 is times 3.
So don't forget that what we're shooting has blast 10. So this damage is definitely spilling over to the ship.
We'll get to that in a minute. So there is that. So Mel, what would you like to do?
Well, hopefully not get caught in the fucking crossfire by these giant ass guns.
Well, that's the benefit of being inside the ship.
Well, oh shit. So
you could take over Pappy's turret, considering that he's both sitting in the pilot seat and firing. So
that's not a bad plan. Although I really am not going to be able to hit anything, but I'll give it my best shot.
Okay.
Because what's doing more damage to the other ship going to do?
A little more pew pew.
Man, I don't have this damn skill. Where is it?
Gunner turret
Gunner
plus ducks.
Oh, this is going to be real bad, boys. Real bad. That's not so bad.
That's not so bad at all. So that definitely hits. Which one are you hitting? This one is now the healthier of the two. This one is the one the Sarda just hit, and it is pretty banged up. Right up?
I'm going to eliminate the weak one.
Yes. That's what my buddy and I always used to tell people in Dungeons & Dragons. Like, always go for the target that looks more fucked up, because a dead target can't attack you.
And that is a good plan.
Yes, it works every time.
So what am I rolling for damage again? I'm sorry.
So roll 2d, and then multiply that by 10. So 2d6, and then multiply by 10. Hey, that worked. Nice. Holy shit. Okay.
Oh, shit.
and
Bang
this
bang.
and this one just explodes in a shower of sparks, along with everything else. And this airlock uh, blows open, and I mean, actually, it's an airlock, so I guess there is atmosphere in here. I'm wrong, huh? Because otherwise, why would you have an airlock, right? So yeah, this airlock blows open, and this guy is going to need to make a roll. I don't know how bad he's going to be. Oh, hey, he's got athletics dexterity. Okay, so he, as the ammo is sucked out of the airlock, this guy grabs onto something and is just kind of, all he can do at this point is hang on. Um, good with bots. Isn't really a shooter kind of person.
Didn't stop me.
And he tries to hack the mobile unit and fails. Pappy, what do you want to do?
Who told you to touch my gun?
You're gonna take the turret back from. Okay.
I mean, we got to shoot, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'll shoot, you shoot, take turns shooting.
The onboard computer is going schizophrenic because it's got a targeting computer on 2 different screens. Pappy misses and blows this door out. Everybody
I'll
roll.
fix the pilot. It gets cool.
Everybody roll a recon plus intellect check.
No, more of them showed up. Recon.
Sorta
There you
got
are.
it. And Pappy got it. So Pappy and Sarda, you notice that on this corner, the wall seems to have been breached a bit, and there is a 1-foot-long jet of flame shooting out of the wall.
That would be the fuel tank, right?
Yeah.
All right, that's a bad sign.
Hey, we may have just done the job.
Well, the job though is to get information that might be here.
Right, yeah. Well, we might have just, got goal objective number 2. Sarda, what would you like to do?
Hurry up and get number 1 done.
I guess if I can fire at the one that's remaining.
Sure.
What did I of course, I freaking closed my character sheet.
That's really funny. So, like, for a split second, I saw Sarda and Pappy pop up on the screen, and then there's Pappy. He just came back.
Hey, I see you.
Weird. So that is
I
a
think the
hit.
problem is in their system, not ours.
And 7 times 10.
Yeah.
I don't know if the effect goes into the pre times 10 or not.
No effect on starship weapons other than the special caveat with missiles.
Gotcha.
And so, yeah, he is basically vaporized. And, at this point, during this whole interchange, or this whole exchange, Pappy's kind of hovering. He hasn't set down just yet. But Pappy now is able to set down, and you guys can move about. I'm going to just put one of your tokens over here, just so that we know where you're at. And if you guys decide to split up, which, that's how you complete a dungeon faster.
Yeah. I think we need to head down this hallway as fast as possible.
Agreed.
Okay. I actually have... Here's you heading down the hallway.
Wow. Look at that.
Evidently, Sarda now has a mustache, but, okay.
Sure.
we'll go with it.
He's doing Our Town community theater, and he grew a mustache for it.
Yes, right. So you come to the end of this hallway, and there is a door to your left, and then a door leading into the central core of this complex.
Okay. I mean, we had a general idea of the layout. Did we have a more exact idea of the layout?
No, not really. This is pretty much as best as you get.
All right. Well, let's just open all the doors to see what things look like on the other side.
Okay. So
If we see something on the after we open the first door, we won't open the second door. We'll resolve the first sighting.
We found something on the first door.
Yeah. Okay.
which door are you opening first?
Let's just start with the left.
Okay.
I mean, it's the door we really want to open, but I didn't want to completely metagame, so
No, that's fine. Well, I'll just show you. So in here.
since that's the computer electronic systems chamber with a terminal very close to the door, yeah, that's really where we want to be. But
Well,
like I said, I didn't want to metagame, so I figured we'll just open all the doors.
right. But that, I mean, really,
The left.
command and control is where you want to be. But in
It's possibly true.
in here, oh wait, I didn't need to do that. I just need to do that. There is one mobile unit in here. In this room, there is basically banks of essentially looks like a mainframe, and there is one terminal station that is set up that basically interfaces with this section of the mainframe. And there is a mobile unit in here who is he's not going to make any bones about. Oh, wait, sorry, I was playing the wrong game. That's better. He's not going to make any bones about whether or not you are hostile. That ship has kind of sailed, and so everybody roll initiative.
I want to clear it first.
Are you not seeing your initiative stacks?
I'm seeing our previous initiative rolls.
Oh, yeah, just override them. You can just double click on the number and override it. While you're doing that, I'll be right back. Yeah, no, that's fine.
That was a very quick right back.
Yes. Okay. Mel, what is your dex?
7.
Happy, what's your dex?
Dex is 9.
Okay. The mobile unit and good with bots. We don't know what their dex. Oh wait, I do know what dex is. That's fine. Doesn't matter. So Pappy, you see Mr. Mobile Unit at the end of this hall, and there is a. It looks like there's a tunnel that goes under a central shaft that goes into another section of mainframe. But you see this mobile unit kind of standing in front of that tunnel. What would you like to do, Mr. Pappy?
I would like to attempt to fire the laser rifle at it.
Ooh, you're going big. Go for it. So
Now I just need to remember how that works.
gun combat energy plus dex.
That's right.
And if you want, you can use your. So you have significant action, and then you've got a minor action. You can use a minor action to aim, giving you an immediate +1.
Sure, why not?
And for future reference, when aiming, you can use a minor action for up to three rounds to gain as much as a +3 to your attack.
So
if you're like sniping and you're in a good blind, you can wait.
Oh.
You could just keep aiming for 3 rounds, taking a +1 each round until you decide to fire up to a +3. So 3 rounds.
To make sure I get like the best aim possible.
Right.
But it's normally a minor action, but you're saying in that case it would be the full round.
Well,
Not that I
assuming he
couldn't
doesn't want to do
because there's
right. If
there's
he doesn't
three-
want to do anything else.
yeah, because 3 minors is a round, so you wouldn't let us
Right.
aim.
Right.
So 9
That is a hit with a +1 to damage.
+1 to damage. You'll have to explain how +1 to damage works.
So that laser rifle. Hold on. Let me bring it up.
It does
5d2 plus 2. Right?
5d plus 4.
Holy shit! That's even better than I thought.
And so when you roll the damage, you'd add an extra +1.
Yeah, it would be a 5d plus 5 then.
Okay.
You can use the combat section of your character sheet. See where it says skills, inventory, combat. You can put each weapon in there. And
Okay, so I got the 5d6, and then I would just put +5 to the modifier.
That works.
Yep.
Okay, cool, got it. I wasn't sure if I could put the modifier into the roll or not on the sheet.
nice.
Oof.
No,
Ow.
just saw the ones.
Still though, that I mean, if you look at it this way, his laser rifle just did as much damage as your pulse lasers did from the ship. So on that first attack. So yeah,
Oh, shoot, it did give me the roll.
yeah,
It gave me the 2d6 roll too. Oh, okay.
yeah. You tag him really hard right in the face. Mel, what would you like to do?
Well, I don't have a gun, but I suppose I'm going to shoot it in the face.
Do that. Face shooting is always the best way to go.
I have auto 4. Fuck it.
Holy shit. Okay. So
Miss.
So you're doing okay. So that's a +4 to damage, and you're doing. You're doing burst, or are you doing full auto? Well, you would be doing burst because full auto would assume that you're peppering. In this case, up to 4 targets.
Right.
So, so what are you shooting? What have you got?
I am shooting a Gauss submachine gun.
Okay, so that one. What is the damage on that?
It is 3d6 plus 2.
So then you add the auto score for. So add another +8 to that. So 3d6 plus 10.
So it would be 20, right? So if I rolled 12 damage. Right?
Yes, that is correct. So you unleash with the Gauss submachine gun and pepper this thing across the front. It's got several bullet holes in it. Sarda, what are you doing?
Full auto with my Gauss pistol. I'll first up activating my shield.
Okay.
My expandable shield is a simple, and then I'll fire my Gauss pistol in full auto.
Oh, it didn't factor the +5 into the damage. It put that into the attack roll. That's so weird.
Oh, that is.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out the roll that it did for like whatever the hell it did.
Oh no, I see what you're saying. That is true.
So the damage should have been 25.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm still trying to figure out this damn roll. Like, what the hell is the attack and
Yeah.
Where did it get those from?
Yeah. Yeah. So Sarda, go ahead and make your attacks.
Yeah, sorry about that. That will miss the first one, and the second attack.
Wait. Why is it rolling so many dice?
It's rolling the damage dice, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, I see.
So it's,
Yeah.
so it's making,
Both are one.
so
it's making the
that's
attack roll.
so that second attack is a hit.
Yeah, for as minimal a damage as it gets, basically.
Right.
3 dice of damage. It did 5 points of damage to it.
Yep. And you got one more, or is it only auto 2?
No, it's auto 2.
Okay.
They are armor piercing 3, so that 5 damage becomes a little bit better, but not much better.
Yeah. Let me.
I don't know that even breaks its armor.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah, I figured as much. Okay.
It actually gets one back. All right.
I do have a laser sight. Does that add to this?
That's a good question. Let me see.
I don't know if it does
That
on
would
full
be
auto.
under weapon accessories.
Yeah, I still don't know if like with the full auto, does your laser sight help? It's like
Laser sight. It says. Do you know what tech level it is?
it is tech level 13.
Shit, I've only got 8 and 10 listed. So one.
Well, it's based on the Gauss pistol itself, right?
So tech level 8, laser sight, red dot, DM +1 to attack rolls within 50 meters. And tech level 10, laser sight UV dot, +1 invisible UV laser dot.
I don't have that.
Okay, so it gives you a +1 to your attack rolls.
I'm sorry. I have the tech level 10 laser sight. Sorry. Now that I look at it.
Oh, okay. So
It's key to my HUD.
So it's still +1 to your attack rolls within 50 meters, but it's invisible. I don't know how is that useful?
I have a HUD.
Oh, gotcha. So that
I have a HUD that I'm wearing. So okay, so +1 would mean the first attack did hit, and that one actually did more damage. So so that would be 15 with armor piercing 3. Sorry, that was the only reason I wanted to make sure that I was counting all my bonuses. So I knew I was close on that one.
So 15 minus 3. I'm sorry, what was your armor piercing?
3.
Oh, it's 3. Okay, so I did that right. Okay. So he's going to take an additional 12. There we go. All right. The mobile unit, like I said, these guys are not that smart, but
Wind being fired on.
well, he has an imperative at this point.
Or he's been given a task to complete.
Yeah.
So his job is do the tasks no matter what.
He is going to shoot his laser. Let's see. There are 4 of you. So it's going to be Mel. He's going to fire the laser at Mel and miss because he sucks. And then he turns tail and runs.
We're not in 0G, by the way, right?
No.
Okay, good.
He turns tail and runs back through the tunnel under this central passage here. Good with bots. Hold on, I gotta look at my... Where's my guns? Give him something simple. He has a tech level 9 laser pistol. And he moves up. Make it all smaller. There we go. He moves up and he's gonna take a shot. That's not good. Keep in mind, good with bots is not... He's a lover with a brain. He's not a soldier. And well, that was close, but he misses. And you see a shower of sparks and an electrical arc as he blasts into the panel of one of the mainframes. Pappy, what would you like to do?
Is that thing still in sight? Or did it run away out of sight?
It ran down the corridor away from you. And you can hear through your external audio pickup that it sound. I mean, these things, on the rock floor, they're kind of making this click 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 sound as they're moving, and it sounds like he's trying to run away.
I see no reason to chase the thing. That's time away from our goal, knowing that we have a fire burning in one of the fuel things.
The fiery fuel tank could be a problem.
Yeah, I would think so.
I'm feeling it might be.
Details.
There's 2 more in the room that we're looking in, right?
So you haven't opened this door. Well,
We haven't even opened
cracked the
yet.
door and you know that they're in there. But you've got a terminal to this mainframe right here.
Oh, so we can do the terminal from outside the door.
Yes. Yeah, if you look where this dot is, it's right inside this door. There's another one here and here in these mainframes.
Oh, okay, I see. Then I will be like, I'm gonna guard this hallway. You manage that port thing with your techie abilities, person.
Okay. says the pilot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like look here. I got a gun. It shoots. You do that.
Okay, so you're basically going to ready an action for. Are you guarding this door, or are you looking down this hallway?
Looking down the hallway, because if the thing that ran away comes back with friends, I want to be ready. If the door.
I gotcha. But you right there. Show where you're at.
Yeah.
Mel, what would you like to do? I can.
Well, I guess I'm going to. I don't see where the hell I am. I'm way over here. I'm floating in space.
Yeah, I will. You are where Sarda is. There you go. You are where Sarda is on the map. Trying to
scale them.
Yeah, scale them a little bit so that this makes a little bit better sense.
I tried to scale mine earlier, then remembered I can't do that because I'm not the GM. I'm so used to GMing in Roll20.
I know, right? I've never actually played in a Roll20 game, so I don't know how I would. I don't know if I'd even be able to function. So yeah, what would you like to do, Mel?
Where's the power?
I know, right? Yes. You should have more hit points.
I guess I'm going to move up behind Pappy and cover down the hall at that other mobile unit.
You could, if you wanted to, take a shot at him. Pappy's decision was just keep letting him run. But
I mean,
you could
close up behind him, and I'm going to squeeze off a burst at him because I don't like people who are running. That cannot be good.
Okay.
Nothing good can happen from a runner.
Okay. Make your shot.
He might pull the whole fucking dungeon.
That is, boy, if I had a nickel for every time that happened, I'd probably have about 100 nickels.
Oh, whole lot of bad shit.
Oh, shit. So yeah, your shots ricochet all around him. You're just trying to scare him. I wasn't shooting at him. I'm shooting around him. And,
I'm encouraging you to keep advancing.
You should be like, Happy, shoot him, don't stop. How to take.
Sarda, what would you like to do? You are at the terminal.
Hank, I want to get into the terminal and try to find. Sorry, I did not mean to roll that. Anything involving the fuel tanks.
Okay.
Specifically, like an emergency dump, something that would let me dump the tanks.
Okay, go ahead, and that will be a electronics, computers plus intellect or education. You are looking at difficulty 10 plus.
Is our assumption that this thing does not have any sort of fire suppression?
Sweet. 14.
Well, it may have had fire suppression, but I mean, you guys kind of pretty much nuked that bay. I don't know that the fire suppression would work anymore. I mean, there's a lot of things that don't work in that bay anymore. But yeah, you do find an emergency fuel dump command.
Let's do it.
Okay.
So I'll try to, if it's for that specific tank, I mean, I'll do it for that tank. If it seems too difficult, I'll just screw it, all fuel. I'm not that picky.
You're gonna pull a C-3PO. Shut them all down.
Well, I mean, right? I mean, this thing doesn't need fuel as far as I'm concerned. But like I say, if it's easier to do that tank, I'll do that tank. If it's not, then whatever.
Yeah, no, you could do it for just that tank. And
I'll do that.
You see a diagram, and it's kind of like the green monochrome ASCII art of this map. And you see this fuel tank kind of flash solid green, and then it says fuel dump in progress. Of course, it says in Erline, but yeah,
that's fine.
And
all right, well,
you can hear throughout, like there's a shudder in the vibration in the asteroid walls, and you can hear pump machinery just basically dumping all of this liquid hydrogen.
Perfect. So hopefully that will solve the fire problem.
It should, yes. The Erline, or not the Erline, the mobile unit is going to use all of his speed, or all 3 of his minor actions to get to here. I need to scale these guys too. They're probably of appropriate size, but they're just too big for this.
So he really did haul ass.
Yes. Clearly, the Mel's auto fire scared him, and he is running
As
away.
intended.
As intended, yes. Good with bots. Gets to right there and is going to take a shot.
Hell yeah, good with bots.
Hey, hit.
Did that hit?
It did hit.
Yeah.
I'm more shocked than anybody. 3D plus 1. 7 points, but that's 7 I didn't have before.
It looked good.
It looks sweet. Yes, and in Erline, you see good with bots kind of jump, and he kind of turns in a crabby way, looks over his shoulder, and goes, "I got one."
Yeah, exactly.
Pappy, what would you like to do?
All right. Assuming that now we are attacking, no more running. Can I get up to where good with bots is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can get up there.
I'll go up in front of good with bots and take a shot on this thing.
Okay.
Like, oh, he wanted me to shoot it. Got it. Sorry, guys. Wasted a whole turn just standing there doing shit all. Where's my turn? There you are. Okay. Let's see if I did this right. Do I get the minor action to aim still?
Yes.
Sweet.
Plus 1.
Let's see if I did this right. No, mother. Close. Oh, what is this thing going? Oh, there we go.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot of dice. Okay. So,
I think I did this right. The attack effect says 2d6 plus 1 plus 1, which is right. So that's 11.
Yep.
And then damage is
9, 10, 11. So yeah, that's
plus 5.
that is a
And the only thing you need to manually do is that 3. That's the effect. You just need to add that to your damage.
Oh, so I should add. Oh, I added 1 automatically. I should have waited and seen what the effect was.
No, you can't. It rolls them all at once. So when everything's all said and done, you just automatically in your head add the 3 to the 26.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's 29. Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, because you rolled an 11. The difficulty is normally 8. It assumes that, and so it shows you that 3 for the effect. The difference between the 11 and 8.
So
Well, why
Pappy's,
doesn't it have to go on 3 if it knows what the 3 is for?
yeah,
Well,
you would think that it would add it in, but it just,
you'd think, but it doesn't.
yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, weird. So yeah, Pappy's laser goes through the center and it cores this thing, and you see that its back legs it's like you may have nicked its spine. Its back legs stop working, and it's now dragging itself on the floor. Its ass is just hanging on the floor while its
Awesome.
front limbs are trying to pull it. Mel, what would you like to do?
Well, I assume finish him off.
Yeah, you can move on up there too. Stick you right there.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
And that's armor piercing as well.
Yes.
AP3.
AP3. And Mel puts it down. That is the last of him. You hear this burst fire go off, and you see the rest of this bot just kind of tumble and go down with a number of small caliber holes in it. I say small caliber because Gauss pistols or Gauss weapons are only 4mm. Which is
So are you saying that a Gauss sniper would have been better than a laser rifle?
no.
I don't know that they can be set up and fired as easily.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, they do a hell of a lot of damage, but they're not designed to be fired on the run.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, laser weapons are a little bit better for that, but yeah. Except for the fact that you you have this 20-pound lithium-ion battery on your back, but yeah.
Mhm.
So what would you guys like to do at this point? Now, you, of course, Sardaz map, he knows there are mobile units in here. This terminal is telling you a lot more than what you are getting externally. You're seeing that in these areas, these number 4s here are essentially mobile unit construction chambers, and you see that they are full. They have, the bots have been manufactured, but they are offline. You're also seeing that number 7 is all of the Citadel's workshops on this level. And in these workshops, they basically builds parts to construct other mobile units or anything it needs to construct. And then 6, of course, is computers and electronics bay. With this one in particular, basically running all of the workshops and manufacturing wing. But these terminals here that you're in, or these electronics areas, are all central to the control of the Citadel, and that all feeds into command and control in the very center.
Okay. So ultimately, we need to get into command. We need to get in the center, and I know that there are 4 in there already. Is that something I know? Or it was that. Did you
yes,
mention that?
and that is part of the information that you know, that there are 4 mobile units. You also see that the mandate that was given, the reason why this one was running, is because the core computer in command and control has basically told active mobile units to come to command and control to protect it.
Gotcha.
So what is your guys' plan? Anybody got grenades?
Yeah, grenades would be great, but
We have the thermite.
Yeah, you got
ones.
each of you took a hyperbaric bomb.
That's right.
You got the mini nuke.
Yeah, the hyperbaric. Well, I don't know if anybody took the mini nuke, but I know that each of you took a hyperbaric.
Yeah.
We did take a hyperbaric. I was hopeful that there was a mini nuke along the way.
We're gonna create a new star.
All right. So if you really want to take advantage of the game mechanics, so do we have doors that open to this central area?
There's a door here,
Gotcha.
here, and here. This actually runs over and through the top of command and control. It's kind of like a catwalk.
It's like a catwalk. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, knowing the map, that might be the best way to do it. You guys want to just go through the catwalk?
Hell yeah, go above and just attack them from the high ground?
Yeah, let's do that. That seems like a no-brainer.
Oh, the high ground!
Okay.
So we have to figure out how to get there.
So to get there, you would go. There's this tunnel. There's a side tunnel that goes up here into this power plant, and then there's a stairway up to this catwalk that goes through a tunnel through command and control.
All right, we'll take that approach. Yeah.
Okay.
Moving,
All right.
knowing that the thing's not going to blow up.
Good with bots will be in the back. All right. So how do you want to do? I guess they need to. I think they have a very, very, very bad. Yes, they have a recon of 0.
So I'll roll our stealth. Oof.
Oof, it doesn't matter. You don't need to roll your stuff. I mean, unless you can do worse than 2 1s,
No, I can't. My base is +2.
I mean, I guess if somebody has a -3 to their recon, you could make a check, but
We're gonna assume they know we're coming.
No. Their recon sucked. So
Yeah.
roll your stealth. Roll your stealth if it's really shitty. There's a chance that they may have noticed us. But no, they rolled really poorly on their stealth.
yeah, they both.
Or on their perception.
Gotcha. I misunderstood what happened. Okay.
Yeah, he rolled their perception and rolled 2 1s. So unless you've got a huge penalty on your stealth, you're probably okay.
I mean, my stealth, I guess, is a -2 because I don't have anything in it.
Yeah, so you need to roll because you could roll below 2.
Okay. So, stealthy roll. No points in stealth.
It's usually based on dex.
Yeah, it's dex. But then I have them, instead of a -3, I have a -2 because of jack of all trades, right?
Right, correct. Did we lose you, Chris?
No, I'm still here.
Okay, cool.
I'm stealthy like a motherfucker.
Okay, so they did not see you guys. Well, I guess he.
It just means that we're going to be able to throw the grenades without retaliation first round.
See, even good with bots made it.
We got 'em.
So what this says, it says,
Yeah, Jack aced it too.
the hyperbaric charge
Oh.
can be set for a timed detonation or controlled remotely. Either way, operation begins with a small explosion that perforates the outer casing and distributes a fine mist composed of highly flammable vapor and oxygenated particles over a roughly 6-meter cubed area. After a few seconds, this is then detonated, causing an immense high-pressure blast wave combined with temperatures sufficient to incinerate almost any organic matter. It's a pocket daisy cutter.
This sounds like a really bad idea for this location.
It's a pocket daisy cutter.
We don't want to use that in here. I mean, it's
you guys
impressive
can
as hell, but we need to keep the computer terminals in this room intact, and that does not
really
sound
what you're
like...
after is the cores, which would be the computer core is going to be in this room.
Right. That's what I'm saying. We don't want to use these things in this room.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did, though.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Did.
It sure would.
What's the time between the grenade going off and the core and being able to collect the core? How long is that going to take?
Well,
We wouldn't be able to collect the core if there are 4 mobile units trying to kill us, so we'd need to deal with them first.
Not if they're distracted by grenades.
by hyperbaric charges. They're not just a grenade.
Yeah, no, they're not grenades.
Fine. Okay, well, let's sneak in and take position so we all can like aim at one and take it out real quick. So then we
Yeah.
only have 3 to fire after that.
That's probably our best bet.
So what do you want to
I
do?
think we're gonna go out on the catwalk. We're gonna pick one of these. We're all gonna just
Just
aim at
up
it
on
and then just take our 1-round pot shot and hope we destroy one of them.
okay.
And then hope for the best for the other 3.
So go ahead and roll your initiatives. You're going to get basically we'll go in order of your initiative.
Are you doing the +6 or no?
Yeah. So does any of you happen to have tactics military? Probably not.
No.
I'm like, where the hell is tactics? I don't even. Where's tactics on here?
It would be a skill you'd have, if you were training it, you'd have added it.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Nope.
The only reason why I ask is somebody could make a tactics check, and that the effect of that can either give you a plus or a minus to your initiative.
Right.
Or really, it's a plus to your initiative if it's a bonus, and if you roll under 8, then it's a plus to their initiative.
Oh, there's tactics.
I didn't qualify for officer, so I don't know tactics.
I only have tactics naval.
Oh, that wouldn't work.
Technically, that means you have tactics built.
Technically, you have tactics 0. Yeah.
So is that better than what you guys have?
It would be tactics. It would be tactics 0
none of us,
plus your intellect or education.
Yeah.
But remember, a bad roll can be.
He has a
be even worse.
So don't roll. Okay, fine. We'll go with that.
So here's how it works. The difficulty is 8. Everything you get above 8 is a bonus for all of us. Everything you get below 8 is a penalty for all of us. And so it's sort of how confident do you feel that you can roll an 8 or higher on it?
Right.
That's what it comes down to.
Oh, then no, because that's only a 1 to it.
Right.
So,
There's a 1 on my roll. That's not a good idea. No.
Yep.
Okay.
I will not be rolling that.
Yep. So that's how it works.
Thank you.
Oh, I need to roll. All right, so
I always forget that that's the mechanic.
So Sarda, go ahead and make your shot, and you get what, a +6 for them not.
I think the +6 is actually an initiative, I believe.
Oh,
right, for surprise. Am I wrong?
Oh right, I forgot to roll initiative.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
I forgot. We were talking about the whole other thing, and I forgot to roll the initiative.
So Mel did Mel add the +6 to his initiative?
I did not.
So Mel is actually at 11 as well. And so, Pappy, go ahead and roll yours.
13.
Nice.
I mean, the 6 helps.
Yeah, it does. And I forgot to add that. All right, so Pappy, what would you like to do? You've got a niche bonus, and this is a surprise round because none of these guys even know you're there. They're all kind of focused on these doors here, this door and this door specifically. They're not.
Which one did we decide to aim at? I mean, whichever one we pick to aim at is the one I'm going to shoot now.
Right. So you're the first one, so pick one. The dealer's choice.
And we took the time to like sneak in, take a full lots of time to aim and everything, right? The +3 to aim.
Yep. Yeah, that's the whole idea is that we've all snuck in and we're taking a shot at one. We're counting to 3 and firing.
I kind of imagine you guys belly crawling down this catwalk.
So then the modifier be +3 to the roll, right?
Yep.
Okay, I got this. I think. My confidence in myself is.
And then you're firing what type of weapon again?
The EH13 laser rifle.
Yeah, it's the EH13 5D plus 4 damage with an 800-meter range and a scope.
Yeah, it's not auto. That's why I was checking if it was auto.
Yeah. No, it's a sniper rifle. And it's a laser Barrett like 50. Holy shit.
Jesus.
Yes.
Is it armor piercing on top of that?
It's not. It doesn't. I don't think it was. I don't remember saying anything about it.
No, it's straight up laser. So
that's still 37 damage.
Yeah, that's still 37. Which one did you pick?
Which one did we pick?
I don't know. We're all firing at it though.
Fine, the bottom right.
This one?
Yeah,
All right. For
we had to
31
pick one.
points.
37.
Well, he's got armor.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Okay, so Pappy opens up with the laser and tags this mobile unit. Sarda, what are you hitting him
Oh,
with?
that was the best I could roll. I rolled 2 6s. Shit.
I'm firing on the same one.
I'm gonna give him a mark so that we know that that's the one we're shooting at.
So I'm getting and so I will do full auto again.
Ooh. Okay.
Damn.
That's
So
that's AP3. That's AP3.
Okay, so 26. So he's gonna take 23. Damn.
And the second attack 19. It's AP3.
Oh, that's right. You get 2 attacks.
Yeah, that's the auto fire. Yeah.
Damn. That's like better than.
Autofire can be very useful.
It comes down to how much armor do they have.
Right.
Ah.
If they have a lot of armor, auto fire is not usually useful.
And how much ammo you're carrying. It's really
right. Because I'm using this is only auto 2, so it's only using 6 rounds per burst. But I mean that's still it's a lot of rounds. Right.
Mel, what would you like to do?
The Gauss pistol holds 40 rounds, so you
Oh,
get a few.
gotcha.
You get a few rounds of full auto.
All right, well, same one.
Okay. Full auto or burst?
Burst.
Okay.
I find that burst sucks because burst basically just does like 1 or 2 extra damage points.
Well, in his case, it does 4 extra damage points. He's got auto 4.
Yeah, but 4 attacks does a lot more damage.
That's true. You could just go 4 full attacks.
I've been going through this magazine.
Okay.
Rock and roll. That's a miss.
Did I get up? The guys were adding pluses. Do I add anything to
So
that?
you
Because
can't
I
aim,
did.
you can't aim with auto fire though.
You're right. You're right. Okay.
So if you have a scope, do you know
Scope.
what's the range on the submachine gun?
Scope on a submachine gun.
I don't know.
Let's take a look.
Or laser sight might have a laser sight. I don't know.
I mean, I just fired a laser, so there's your sight.
Yeah, he's done lasing, range finding. Gauss submachine gun range is 50 meters.
So you're not going to be close enough to get +1.
Right.
This is the submachine gun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Magazine of 60.
How long does reloading take normally?
It's a minor action.
Okay.
So you get 3 more attacks.
Well, he's doing burst. I thought.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you shoot 8-round burst and it misses. Good with bots. Holy shit! He hit him again. Every time he hits, I'm amazed.
We're inspiring the best out of good with bots.
Hold on here. 3D. Hey, look at that.
Did we kill it?
I was right the first time. Oh, good with bots kills him.
Yes, that's all we needed was for one of them to drop in a round.
That's pretty.
Yeah,
good.
that was the hope. We could get
You
it
guys
down
want
to
to take on another one, or do you want to pause this until next week?
It is 9:00, which is normally when we do end.
Yes, it's up to you. Really, I guess the real question is for Jack, because he's in a future time zone.
Sure, I'm fine either way. At the same time, I don't. This entire fight will probably be too long, so
Right.
I don't think we're gonna finish the fight. So,
And who knows, maybe next week we'll have Wes with us.
that's true.
Well,
Could mean one
it's
more person
Friday.
attacking if we wait a week.
I can stay up. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
Huh?
So let's
All
shoot
right,
another
one
one.
more-
So Pappy, pick another target.
One more combat round.
Sure.
Yeah. All right, well, let's go for the one above it then.
Okay.
Take out one half of the room.
And we'll mark him.
So this guy.
And I can aim just for the regular one bonus, right?
Correct.
Alrighty. Let's go. Oh, damn, that
Nice.
wasn't a good one.
Still, that's
It hit. Yeah.
Still, that's pretty good. So he's going to take 14.
You added the 1 to the 19?
I did.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
they've got 6 points of armor.
Yeah, they got
I just want.
protection.
I couldn't
6
remember.
less.
So I was like, did you
Or
do the
plus 7.
thing?
Sarda.
I will turn and full auto him.
All right. Oh, you know what I do need to do? Hold on, before you do that.
Sure. Add them to the.
Yeah, I need to add, because now we're out of the surprise, and they suck.
Well, the thing is that we actually lose 6 from our initiative at this point. You only get the bonus to the 6 to the first round.
That's true. Whoops.
So all of us should minus 6 from our initiative now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So, yeah, subtract 6 from your initiatives.
So we're all on 5 and 7. There you go. So I think they go before me.
I think you are right. Whoops.
Pappy's gone, so now it's the bots.
Right. All right, so they are going to. This one's going to return fire at Pappy. This one's going to return fire at Sarda. Well, this one will return fire at Mel. This one will return fire at Sarda. Actually, you know what? He's going to return fire at Good with Bots, because Good with Bots was the one who landed the killing blow.
Does this bridge thing give us any kind of cover?
I will say that it does. They're going to take a -2 penalty to their laser fire.
Sweet.
That's a miss. That's a miss. And that's a miss. So their lasers all hit the sparks flying off of the scaffolding around you. Sarda, you can make your shot.
Here. Okay, so I will take a shot at that same one that we're firing on.
Jeez. Okay.
Hit, so 18 AP3.
Okay.
And the second shot hit 19 AP3.
Okay, hold on here.
All right, I'm down to 22 rounds.
I know I should be keeping track of how many of my 100 rounds I have.
Well, you're not firing. I'm firing 6 per shot. So every one of those is 6 bullets being fired. So
Yeah, and
so it's
your pack has a magazine of 100 shots. So.
So you're doing one shot per. So I don't think you're gonna run out. If you're firing over 100 times before we're back on the ship and recharging that gun, we've really done something wrong.
Yeah, there's a bigger problem.
That's what I was saying. Like, I should keep in track, but again, if I go through all 100, what are we doing?
Yeah, exactly. If you were going through them 6 or 8 at a time, that would be different.
Mel, what would you like to do?
I'd still be worried.
All right. So I'm auto 4. So if I go full auto, that's 16 shots.
No, if you go full auto, you take 4 separate attacks at them. You burn 12 ammo doing so.
Right.
Okay.
3 times your, or is it 3 times or 6 times? I can't remember. Now I'm.
I thought.
That's,
Shit. Now you have me questioning myself. I shall look. Combat.
I'm pretty sure it's 3 times because that's what I've been subtracting. But I just completely panicked there.
Maybe I'm looking at the wrong spot. Oh, no, here it is. Auto. So, full auto, make a number of attacks equal to the auto scar. These attacks can be made at a separate target so long as they are all within 6 meters of one another. Full auto uses a number of rounds equal to 3 times the auto score.
Right, so it'd be 12
rounds.
rounds if you fire it, but you'd make 4 separate attacks.
Yep.
All right, I'll give it a whirl.
The thing is that what you're doing when you're firing burst is you're basically just adding 4 to the damage.
Right.
And honestly, if you can have 2 shots hit, you're going to do way more than +4.
In the past, the way I did full auto is, because it almost makes full auto OP, is what I would do is that every additional attack after the first one is at -1 and it's cumulative. So for yours it would have been a normal attack and then normal attack -1, normal attack -2, normal attack -3, and that would account for muzzle climb. But I'm just going to use the rules as written.
Okay. So that was. Am I rolling this wrong?
That first attack, that is basically a +1 to hit. Is that coming from your dex?
Yeah.
Yeah. You might, and then the submachine doesn't have a laser or anything, so yeah, that looks like it's correct. So that means you hit by 3, so it does 23 damage plus whatever the armor piercing value of the submachine gun is.
Yeah, it's got AP 3, so.
All right, so you got
20 damage to it.
Why is it?
Yes.
Is that +4? It's
because you're doing
4?
full auto, so then you get to make.
Now you get to roll 3 more attacks just like that.
Right.
Right.
I mean, you could technically chew this guy up. I mean, it's very possible.
And also you don't have to choose to use all of the autos. You don't have to. You could declare ahead of time I'm doing auto 2, even though I have auto 4.
Right.
But that one hits for 24 damage, armor piercing 3, so it's 21 damage that gets through.
Yep.
So he's still moving.
Yeah, so you've done 38 damage to it already with those 2 attacks, and you've still got 2 more. You've still got 2 more attacks. So that one missed.
That's a
and
hit.
that one hit on the
full auto.
hit a hit on the nose, and you got 9 more points of damage through.
All right.
So
it burned up 12 rounds. It's a lot of rounds of bullets.
This mobile unit is chewed up. Like, he's barely moving. There's stuff falling out of him, wires hanging on the ground. Good with bots. Misses. Finally. I'm disappointed in you, good with bots. Pappy. You can finish this guy off.
Absolutely will.
Concentrated fire is the way to go.
Yes.
Especially if they have armor.
Keep punching them until they don't get up.
I rolled another double 6. Aha!
Nice.
So 31 minus 6.
Yeah,
So I guess
well, not only that, but I mean, that would have been a critical hit. But it really doesn't matter because your laser goes right through him and just vaporizes him.
Do you do criticals? What's a critical hit? How's that work?
So I use out of the Traveler Companion, there are some things that can happen. So like so a critical hit or miss happens on a plus or minus 6. So if the target is 8 and you do so bad that you are 6 below 8,
Mm-hmm.
then you get a critical miss, and some kind of combat mishap would happen, and you would roll 2d, and then we'd consult the chart, and things could be something as shoot or hit themselves for normal weapon damage, all the way up to something really bad, like the skill attempt fails, but no, or I'm sorry, the weapon is destroyed in ammunition explosion, another serious incident that causes critical structural damage to it. So,
Was that first attack I did a critical then, where we were aiming?
uh,
Because I was at 17.
you're right. It would have been, and I missed that one. But
See how you are? Don't even tell me about things until after the fact.
so critical hits can be like disabling wounds, something like the traveler is vaporized, shredded, spread all over the landscape, or otherwise destroyed in graphic and gruesome fashion, or
No
they're
shit.
terribly wounded, hurt, but will somehow cling to life and begin to recover, even if medical attention is not provided. Unless given prompt medical attention, they will die, and if they are given medical assistance, suffer permanent effects if they survive at all, losing 1d from any one of strength, dex, or endurance, and d3 from any others. So, I mean, not only could they be maimed with their physical stats, but they might be turned into a potato.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So, yeah. So criticals. Some of these disabling wounds for critical hits. It reminds me. I don't know if anybody ever played Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, but some of the critical hits in that were just gruesome. Like you could hit somebody in the hip with a hammer, and like, oh, a shard of their pelvis bone is driven up through their body and punctures a lung, and I mean, it was just insane. So yeah, some of these really remind me of that in a lot of ways.
Got the book. I got the book right here.
Yeah, yeah. I've got that one bookmarked. Hold on.
They are hilarious. There is, I mean, what was the claw law, spell law? That game system had some really crazy.
Where you hit the guy on top of the head with a blunt weapon, and it drives his head and face down into his chest.
They had
that one too.
There's the one where you like swallow your tongue. You have a minus 15% on all social skills. For
yes.
3 hours. I've seen some really funny ones.
I feel like I've been missing something in my life right now.
I know, right? Yeah, I've actually considered adding those kinds of criticals to Braunhaven a couple of times because I'm like, dude, I really kind of miss those critical hit tables. There were so many of them too because it was like a D100 table, so you had like this huge range of different criticals that you could get.
Your opponent ducks as your weapon whistles past the side of his head, saving his life but losing the tip of one ear, which is torn off. Your opponent may make no attacks in the next round but may parry. Thereafter, combat proceeds as normal. So you just cut the tip of your opponent's ear off versus your opponent's head flies off in a random direction, landing 2d6 feet away. Yeah, so there's...
Yeah,
there were some really
those tables because the rule has always been what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Oh yes, that is definitely true. That is definitely true. If the players get to make those kinds of rolls, so does the DM.
But I mean, the way I look at it is like if the goal is 8 you'd have to roll a 2 to get the critical fail. I mean, but then you could critically succeed. I guess that's true.
That's true. Yeah. Well, and at some point, I mean, yeah, at some point, if your skill is high enough, it's almost impossible to crit fail.
But you could still crit succeed.
But you could still,
which means we could still get our head blown off.
Theoretically, yes. Theoretically. But as you can see, my rolls aren't aren't like that at all. My rolls are not usually that good in this game. All of these mobile units are just. I mean, they're okay in melee combat, but they can't grapple with you guys because you're up on the scaffolding.
I've just found monsters in Traveler are just huge sacks of hit points and armor, so it's always interesting the way the fight's gonna go.
Right. Yeah, a lot of times, like some of the creatures, if they get a hold of you, that's a bad situation. But like these mobile units, unless they grab you, they're really not that scary. They just have a bunch of hit points, and that's it. All right, guys. Well, we will pick this up next week. Starting on their turn, we'll be opening up into combat, which is always a good time because that gets us, jump in with both feet kind of thing. And we'll pick it up next week, and hopefully Wes will be able to join us.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, if you want to throw in a critical on my attack that somehow affects one of those other two, I won't say no to that,
Yeah,
that's right. Hopefully roll 20 cooperates too.
Let's go ahead and mark him, and I will just go ahead and say, sure. Pappy rolled 2D.
Oh, shit. It pays to ask sometimes.
Yeah, we'll just transfer it over to another guy. Don't worry, the Citadel will make more. A 7. We'll die. So this guy, he's going to get another mark. He's going to get that mark. So you've hit him so bad that he will die unless given, in this case, prompt mechanical assistance, and he will suffer permanent effects if he survives at all, losing 1d from strength, dex, or endurance, and d3 from all others. So he's permanently messed up, and he will eat shit. Go ahead and roll your damage for him too.
Okay, that's 5d6.
Yeah.
Are you giving me a free crit here from the first one? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, 5d plus 4.
Okay.
Since we screwed that
I
one
will
up.
not say no to that.
Okay, so he's going to take 10, but it was a crit. All right. So that's where we'll start next week.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. You guys have a good night, and I will see you next week.
One.
And I
Take
will
care.
see you, Brian, tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. See you tomorrow. See you guys next week.
All
Yep,
right.
take
Have a good
care,
night,
everybody.
guys.